Basketball fans, welcome back. So in this video, I'll be looking at Kenya versus Germany. So Kenya versus Tunisia didn't happen, and Tunisia forfeit the game due to COVID-19 restrictions. So we were given a win by default. But the games that we actually suited up and played, we lost all of them, all the three of them. When we only won one game because of a technicality, and we didn't win it through the court. So with that out of the way, let's just look at Kenya versus Germany, because we were scheduled to play 4 games. We played Israel, Qatar, Tunisia. We were supposed to play against Tunisia and Germany. In this game, we're just going to look at Germany, and the 2 games that I covered in the previous videos, we lost both games. So we had a record of 1-3. Same case with the women; they won against Austria. So we still had a 1-3 record, but the difference was the win for the women's team was won on the court, and ours on the men's team was won on a technicality. So that out of the way, let's just check this game out. But before, man, please be sure subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can get notified of my videos, and subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button because it helped me out a ton in this YouTube algorithms, the YouTube streets. Nisaidieni. Without further ado, let's just get into it. So Kenya, our team, this was the last game that we played. Okay, we knew we were out anyway, so this game was just just to go out there and ball out. You can see our KBF officials, they should be fired. I don't know why they're still in office. They pose as team managers, but they've done little to nothing to be able to get this team to be able to do anything significant. Just they're high-fiving people. They're just high-fiving the team, but they've done virtually nothing. That's the only thing that they can do better, just high-five us. But anyway, this is not about them, this is about the players. This is the squad that matched up in this 3x3 World Cup, and they've been quite decent, even despite losing the games. They've just given us some quite some good entertaining moments, and they've just done what they could do given the circumstances. And I was just keen to see what changes they would have made, especially after the Qatar game. They had a free they only had one game because they didn't match up against Tunisia, so they were just fresh legs, and it was just difficult to see them just losing like that. So you can see the first possession of the game, it was just quite predictable. It's just the same thing as the women. They just try and score the ball inside, but their passes are so telegraphed that number 11 from Germany was able to intercept that. And those are the things that I really look at in a game and just cringe. They're just so cringe-worthy because our game just looks so predictable. It's not the fact that we don't have good players, it's just the fact that our gameplay is just predictable, and they just know what to do. But you can see Brancy when it goes in there and just scores that tight layup, and going even through the defense, you can see he had to contort his body to be able to get to that shot. And you can see Germany, they have the ball, it was just too hot, and they were able to control that. And Kenya has the first points of the game. And our predictability and our creativity, especially on 3x3, I can say it's wanting, especially from the men's side. In the Nations League, we just laid an egg and did virtually nothing, and we didn't do nothing significant. We didn't have anything significant to offer, especially when it came to the 3x3 Nations League in Algeria. You can see the men's team still struggling. The new entrant Trevor Pio, this is the first go around, but you can see there are 3 familiar faces. They've got Brands, Korja, and Ellie. Ellie has been balling out pretty well, but you can see that defense, man, especially when it comes to rebounding, not the greatest. That missed shot, see Germany going up for that 3. You can see so many red shots in there, and man, they just scored in there. And from the onset, when I just saw how they are going and going per every possession, and how they are crashing the boards and boxing out in there, I just knew this is just going to be a long game for Kenya, because given like the way we have been playing and looking at the way we have been predictable, of course it's just going to be a difficult game. See Kodja trying, he tried, spin him up, and he was able to like score that. And there's so many times I'm just seeing like Germany just have the upper hand. I just saw this game live, and man, it was just tough. You can see that's a nice shot by Trevor, and he's been our 3-point marksman. At least he's been able to like be active from downtown, and he scores it, taking out the game. We're taking us up 3 on Germany. And Germany, when they saw this, they just switched up the way they're playing. You can see how they're taking us off the dribble. You can see like we don't even have like so those type of players coming from our ball handlers. You expect your ball handler to be able to have that, but given like the way we are coached and the mentality that we have, we don't allow such things to happen, especially, and not allow the player to thrive on skill. And man, it's just quite sad. You can see that turnover there, Germany just going on the attack, and they scored it. I mean, they just go in so hard in there, and it's just difficult to be able to like stop it. Number one just went in there hard to the hole, and he made that tough basket. Even with all that contact, he was able to like score that. Even despite that missed free throw, you can see what we're trying to do. And man, I mean, Kenya, you see Kodja in there, he scores it. I mean, they're just coming off a ricochet, a nice recovery from Kodja, and he scores it. Just take us up 3, and Germany just come right back at us. And this game was just gonna be quite long. I just saw it, and they were just not letting up. The good thing is we started off like quite hot, but I was just checking on to see how we're going to be able to like finish that ball game, because majority of the time we start off well, but when it comes to finishing the game, we really it's like we get punched in the mouth, and you're not able to like do anything. But when I look at the way the German team is approaching the game, you can see they're attempting them outside shots. We also attempted some outside shots, but not high volume. I don't want to say like we had to hit high volume, but at least be able to like capitalize on that. That's a nice deflection. I mean, some of our passes, you could see, man, they're just getting deflected. It's like they just knew where the ball is going. And progressively it just became a much more difficult ball game as with like 7:47 left. Brands, he goes in for that layup, he makes it. So you can see those are the types of like plays that you need to switch up. You can go layups, you can go like the 3 ball, you can play inside the post. So those are one things I just needed to see. My God, Ellie tried to dunk it. This is a play that, man, it was just fun. It was just similar. It was just going to be similar to like how he did it, but man, he just got denied on the rim. He just went and hung on it. He was able to like score. He was able to like dunk on that Qatar player, Bobo, number 50. He dunked on him. That Vince Carter dunk, but this one he was not able to. He just got denied by the rim, and he couldn't make it. But then we have Germany just walking through us, through our defense. They let up a 3, and man, they miss it. Luckily they are able to miss it, because if they made it, man, it will just be difficult for us to be able to recover there. You can see that nice, we're trying to like at least not let them get that easy ball, especially below the rim, and they're up for that free throw, and they make it. I mean, these guys were not missing them free throws, and Kenya, that lead is just slipping away slowly, and we were up 3 points. That's a nice dunk from Germany. Just throw it down, cutting the lead to 2. And you can see how difficult it is playing that 2-man game. They the ball almost just went out, and Koja, what did he just do? Still had possession of the ball, but they grabbed it, went outside. Koja still has the ball in there. Brown's thought about the three, and he makes it. He makes that tough layup. I mean, this guy has been making tough layup after tough layup, and in this game, he has been a reliable go-to guy. Timeout call in there, and I can say we've been settling a lot for those like tough shots. And one thing that I must say is those tough shots, really, when they don't fall, it just becomes quite difficult for us to keep up with the tempo of the game. But Brands has been able to like go in. You can see that dunk from Germany, number 63. He just went up high, down hard. But this play from Brands, it was just great to see. It was great to see. He picked it up. He just kept his cool. He just kept his head down. He just rose up, switched it midair, and he scored it. So that's one thing that I liked when I saw the way he was attacking. He attacked like twice and was able to like score. Even he scored the first points of the ball game, and that thing was really, it was actually something great to see. And he didn't even miss a free throw, so just kept us above water. And Germany were just cutting deficit at this point. You can see like those are nice plays. They had some nice plays in there. They miss it. Number 63 goes in, has another dunk of his own. And at this point, when I just saw them dunks coming in, it just showed me that we just couldn't defend it. You can see Brands, he goes in there with that tough layup again. He has been great. But man, I mean, Germany, they just dunking, just going in there, just dunking on us. And when I see that, and when I see that, and at the time when I saw that, I just knew this game was just going to be quite difficult. Even despite us winning, number 63, he tried to go in. He tries to make it, but he gets blocked. Trevor, he has the ball, handling it slowly. Then Alicia goes out from deep, misses it. I mean, man, it was just quite difficult. But I don't know why, like, Trevor will have just at least dribbled it. Could at least try to dribble it and gone like closer to the arc before letting that ball like that. Man, I just hit a huge yawn because I'm just trying to watch this game while I'm talking about it. But anyway, it is what it is. That's a nice deflection. Kenya, we still have the ball. Let's see what you're gonna do with it. Ellie almost lost his dribble and he misses it, and it's just a rebound. It's just a rebound attempt. Koja just looks unstable in there and just gets to rip through. At some point I was watching this game, it's been a minute and we've still not seen a basket from either side. Germany not there yet, and that's a nice pass in there, finds his man inside to cut the lead to 3. And those are the plays that we yet to see coming from Team Kenya. You can see that's a nice shot by Ellie, taking the lead up to 4 still. And Germany, they have the ball, try going for the 3, it misses, and we're still in this because we still held on to that lead for like 2 seconds before we lost it. Germany retaining the ball and hit that nice shot from the corner, cutting the lead to 2. And this is just the time the lead just slipped away. And it's quite interesting to see, like, in the first 5 minutes we just looked like we were going to win the game, but as the game progressed, we just dropped the ball, and the better team just emerged from Germany, and in Germany, and they just came in and they just took control of the game Number 63, he went in for the slam. This is his second dunk. And we're yet to see like Kenyan players like go up like that. And because like we don't have like that much skill, especially when it comes to like going up in there and trying to have some good ISO play, just obey some screens, try to have some good IQ plays. We're not able to manufacture and create some plays like that on our own. So we're just dependent on like the basics, and sometimes we need at least to change up from like how we play, because you can still stick to the basics, but at least try to find ways to diversify how we are playing and how we are scoring. Because if you keep scoring like the same way, they're just going to catch on to it, and that's a turnover. I mean, taking care of the basketball has been difficult. In Germany right now are just toying with us. They're just toying with us at this point, and even with tied at 2 fouls apiece, at some point I just knew I just knew they're just going to have a point where they just continue and just take us apart. And they're just waiting for that moment where they're just going to get a run. You can see Trevor, he goes in there, he hits him on his head, and it's a foul. I mean, the fouls just keep coming in a matter of like in a space of like seconds. Accumulated 2 fouls, and that's when frustration just checks in. He didn't even step on the line. Hold up. Online VAR, let's see. Did he step on the line? Oh man, it was just so small. It's just a small margin where he stepped on the line, but you couldn't even see it well. But anyway, man, I must say, we were just being beat by some good IQ players coming from Germany and Team Kenya, man. It's like that one. That pass, the way he found him in there, and that corner shot, that corner 2-pointer, when it just went in, it was just game over at that point. And number 63 has just been balling out for Germany, and Team Kenya were just really struggling again. Struggle here, struggle everywhere. Number 1 just goes in, it gets blocked by Koja, and still, even after that block, they're able to recover it. Number 1 was able to go ahead and score it. It's one of those things that when they happen, man, it's just a nice block, nice defensive play. And Kenya only up 1 after blowing like a 5-point lead, 4-point lead, 3-point lead in in a space of like 7 minutes. We were up, but still the better team just emerged, and we just didn't have like a way to be able to like stop it. Koja, he scores it, taking us to 2 points, leading up 2 points. Number 1 from Germany passes it out. They try the 3, no good. I'm just trying to see how Kenya is. See Koja, he tries to go in there, but man, like not having decent footwork, good footwork has led us to this point. You can see he just gets bumped and just gets stripped like that. And even sometimes you can even question like the strength and the conditioning that Team Kenya has. It's just sad. And Trevor was just off by a mile. Man, it was just off by a mile, and there was no way you could be able to even stop that ball from even you make sure that ball is in. And man just went up and just pulled up without even aiming. And with those failed possessions, you could see Germany are just capitalizing on them slowly, because they knew you're just going to throw the ball aimlessly and not even have the awareness to be able to pick up our shots well. So yeah, and that's how they were able to pass us easily. At this point, we just look tired. Even the most, like, players that could go in couldn't be able to. But Germany just looked like they had fresh legs, and they just look so energetic. Number 41 he gets swatted, but if he gets fouled, and we're just waiting to see, like, what is it that we can try to do to be able to switch it up. And Trevor, he blocks him, but he draws the foul in the process. And at this point, I wouldn't blame anyone if you are riding on Kenya and we lose, or you even bet against Kenya, because these games were just they were just a whitewash on. There's just a whitewash on us. And looking at that play, it was just quite difficult to see. That's a nice deflection, but the ref called it as a foul. But Germany just know what buttons to push to be able to, like, finish us easily. And I was just waiting for that time. I was just keen to watch. I was just slowly just waiting. I watched this game. I was just slowly waiting to see how Kenya is going to react. And it was just every possession that was taking us apart. How many attempts have we had coming from that layup? That's the first attempt. That's the second attempt. Brands couldn't get it. Elisha tried to go in for the layup. Third attempt, misses it. We still recover it, and he was able to make it finally. Then you can see a foul was called. Kenya has 6 fouls. Fouling too much in the game. And out of, like, all those, we had like 3 attempts at the basket, and Ellie at least was able to, like, score the last one, because it would have just been quite embarrassing. We can't even buy a basket from in that defense, and the other team is just getting shots from us, and scoring in the real, like they own real estate. So this is I must say, it was quite embarrassing. And Germany just easily, just like that, tied the game, and the game just went away from us. But you can see Brands, he goes in there, scores it, and that's a nice alley-oop pass. And the funny thing is, the highlight plays are made on us. We don't even make those highlight plays. Those are the type of highlight plays we needed to make. And the scoring at this point just came slow, especially coming from Kenya, because we were visibly just tired. It just looked like we didn't want to be there. And the scoring just halted at the 14-point mark. We didn't even score another basket. Like, another basket didn't come easily, as we really struggled to score. And Germany were just playing with us at this point. They were just, they just had, like, all the firepower they needed, especially when it came to, like, scoring. So they were just relaxed. Man, I watched this. I was just waiting to see how you're going to respond with a tied game. Already blown, like, a lead, and trying to find a way to be able to win this basketball game was crucial. And the way we were approaching it, we didn't have, like, the greatest, like, tactics to go through and be able to, like, win that ball game. But man, it's actually crazy to see. This game ended 14-20, and just like I said, we didn't even score we never scored a basket in, like, the remaining 1 minute and 16 seconds remaining. We didn't score a basket, and Germany just kept scoring consistently. It was starting with that shot. It made that free throw, made that shot. As the time just winded down, every possession they just chipped away from us. I mean, it was one of those things that were quite, like shocking, quite shocking in there. Germany coming back from behind I can say we've royally screwed up, and we're not able to even score with 56 seconds left. And Germany just kept, just kept piling on the points. They had possession. Number 11, he went in for the two-handed slam. 49 seconds left. The ball just rimmed out. Less than a minute left to play, and they're just playing with us. Look at all those points that they scored. And the game just continued just going fast. Number 1, he tries to go in for the dunk. They're able to recover it. Number 91 tries to go for the 3. Germany continue playing like that, and with 20 seconds left, Kenya has accumulated 8 fouls. Browns was able to block that, and that block also went viral. And with 20 seconds, there was little that Kenya could do to be able to salvage the game, being down 4. And funny enough, Germany able to score. They were able to score 2 baskets, and this guy dunked again. Number 63 from Germany dunked again, and this is his 3rd dunk. This is his 3rd dunk, and he's had 2 coming from the baseline dunks like that. He's really dominated us. Man, it was just a massacre, especially in the last minute. There was no way you're going to be able to be able to stop it. And that's it. I mean, the game just ended, and the game just ended like that because it's only 7 minutes. It's only 7.3 seconds left, and it's just quite difficult to be able to do anything significant there. You can score 6 points like that, and the time just winded down. Time just winded down slowly, even with Kenya having possession of the basketball, and it's up. It's there was nothing we could do. There's nothing we could do at that point. And this is the last game that we played in Lublin. I managed to lower all my expectations this time because I didn't want to have very high expectations of the team, because I knew, number 1, they didn't prepare that much. I know they're going to bring out that excuse, especially when articles are going to be written on Team Kenya going to Lublin, Poland, and this recently concluded 3x3. I didn't want to say that, but when I look at, in retrospect, when I look back at this, I'll just say we just got outclassed in every facet of the game, especially when it comes to 3x3. I've covered a lot of 3x3 basketball this year to tell, and even to come out and say that still we have so much work to do, even despite the achievement of making it to this stage, even playing well in the Nations League, especially the women. But on a skill and technical standpoint, we still have a long way to go. Skill wise, not there yet. We're still below average. Athleticism, we're good at that. We have so many hustle players. One thing, our decision making is the poorest. General basketball IQ, in-game basketball IQ, our decision making is the poorest. We don't even know what we need to do on an offense. That is one thing that I saw, and it was quite shocking when I saw that. And quite frankly, there are things that shouldn't happen, especially in such a contest. You're supposed to try to mask and cover every single flaw that you have and try to improve on that. But under these circumstances, we just got exposed. like royally exposed, from the women's team to the men's team. The women's team doesn't look as threatening like that because a lot of African teams are just watching these games closely, and they're just dissecting to see what exploits they can take and utilize against Kenya. So any game that you're going to play, the other teams already have data on us, so they know our tendencies and they know our plays. So man, it's tough. It's tough, and if you don't change up and how we play, we're just going to continue getting the same results. So yeah, that's just been my rundown on these games. Man, it's been fun. I've covered like 5 games now, and I will keep like keeping you guys posted on what is going on, especially on 3x3. But these games they're quite eye opening. And yeah, man, if you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comments, what you think. And I'm out. See you guys in the next one.